All right, welcome to another episode of the Love Experience with James Hill.
And I'm Dr. Amber Hill.
Who we got in the building today?
My booze, my family.
Okay, so introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Ebony Williams.
And I'm Tony Williams.
Okay, where y'all guys from?
Cleveland,
Cleveland,
Ohio,
Ohio.
baby.
Okay. So how long
right.
have y'all been married?
Ooh, it's been 3 years?
You gotta
Is he
think
right?
about it.
Is
You
he
gotta think
right?
about
Is
it.
he
Listen,
right?
Yeah, it'll be because we've been together 27.
No.
I was about to ask how long y'all been
We've
together.
been together for 27 years.
Say that again. 27 years.
27 years, yeah.
So when y'all meet?
We met in high school.
Okay.
And tell the truth, Tony.
Wait
Tell the truth.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I was 14. He
No,
was, I was
no.
14. He
Hold
was
on.
16.
Okay, so you were 14.
I was
What
14,
grade were you in?
I was a sophomore.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you was what grade was you in?
I was a senior.
So
Oh,
how old was I
man.
turning as a sophomore?
We met
Oh,
when I was in 11th and she was in the 9th grade.
okay.
But just to make it clear, when we met, I asked her how old she was. She said,
What she
I
say?
was what?
I told you.
Oh,
the
she
I
truth.
was
stuttered.
15.
No,
and
no,
then
no,
she
no.
said, my birthday coming
No,
up.
no,
So you would surmise
No.
that she's getting ready to turn 16.
No.
Right.
Correct?
Right, yeah.
Okay,
No.
so that would make us 1 year apart.
No, yes, but we're 2 years apart. I was,
Yeah.
back in the day when you'd be like, literally, our birthdays are the same month. We're 6 days apart. Our birthdays are 6 days apart.
Very true.
And so it was coming. You know, the school year starts September. So I was 14, but I was getting ready to be 15, literally coming up. And so he took that and ran with it. That I was getting ready to be.
So
16
he
years old.
assumed.
Yes.
He made that assumption.
Yes.
How can you make an assumption when somebody tells you I'm 15?
But little did I know he had been stalking me. So.
So when y'all see each other? I mean, like when?
So
We met.
we both ran track,
Okay.
indoor and outdoor.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I was not after no boys. A lot of my friends were, and they got my nails done. I was just trying to focus on school. Little things going on in my childhood, and I just was focused on school. Wasn't really chasing after boys. That just wasn't my MO. I was trying to get through school. So apparently, I didn't realize that he liked me. I was actually really
He
oblivious.
was focused.
Yeah, I was oblivious. My best friend at the time was like, "Hey, that one boy that be talking to you all the time." He was like, I was like, yeah. She was like, "He like you, stupid." And I said, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, he came up to me. I've been trying to like hook y'all up, but you being all crazy and oblivious about it." So we got together when I was 14, when he was 16. But when I was in the 9th grade and he was in the 11th, he would do little things like during track meets. You cold? You want my coat? Or he like, you hungry? You want some popcorn? I'm like, what is wrong with this dude? Yeah, because I wasn't used to that. So, however, I would be like, no, you know, me being dainty and a girl. I'm like, no, thank you. And he still would do those things. So he introduced me to what a young man should be early. Thank God, I
Right.
was just unaware. We're young. We don't know
Right.
that. So that's how it started. He walked me to every class with my books.
Oh, that's how you was gaming
Because-
Tony.
And everybody in
Just,
school,
I mean,
You was holding her books.
he would walk me to class.
Man, that's stand up.
Everybody would be like, oh, that's your boyfriend. I'm like, no, that's my friend.
So Tony, how did you know? How did she let you know, Tony? That you got her. All that working hard.
I mean, I felt like, so.
You about to make up something?
No. I think for me, I guess when I really realized was like when she said, she was like, "Yeah, I'll go to homecoming with you," right?
Aw.
So I was like, "Okay,
I
there
got
might be
her.
something there." Yeah.
I got her. That's
So-
that's you like.
And then when y'all officially start dating or going together, boyfriend and girl?
Beginning of what?
It was a summer. It was a summer.
Well, the summer, if you remember, you had me waiting by the phone because you ain't call. So,
Guilty.
so officially it
Y'all
was
telling
like
your age now.
the
You know what I'm
beginning
saying?
Well, I
Oh,
We didn't
they
have
don't
cell
know.
phones back in the day, right?
Right.
It
You
wasn't no
had
Instagram,
Yeah,
Facebook.
we had them
none of
pay
that.
phones.
You ain't made. Listen, if you was on the phone too long, moms got on the phone like,
yeah.
get off the phone.
Oh, yeah.
And you pray that you got call waiting. You know, that was.
Man, if you ain't had call waiting, you was salty. Like, you can't miss no calls.
So she left you hanging,
She
right?
left me hanging, bro. So then, when the school year started, you know what I'm saying? Football practice. I think she was on drill team at the time, and so we, kind of connected back, and I guess the rest is history. Finally asked her to homecoming, and I was like,
But in prom. But tell me, or tell them what you told my friend. And my friend said
I don't
that
remember.
he used to be like, I'm never getting married. I'm never getting married. He was one of those.
Oh yeah.
And he said, but here you come up underneath those bleachers. He's like, you know how like in the movies you see the light and it's the music. He
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
no
yeah.
lie. He said, you like our bleachers was kind of open underneath. He said,
That was
he was like, uh-oh. But I'm in trouble. That's
So
the
you
get
knew
one.
that.
married,
So
you
at
get
that
married.
in high school, you knew she was your wife.
Yeah, I guess that's what you want to call. Like I knew she was special, and I knew that like she was different. Like so for me, it was definitely different than a lot of the other girls that I had known and met, and so it was just like nah, like
And then
We
you
gonna have to keep-
graduated, and you were
Yup.
still in high school, and then you were in
Yeah.
college.
Long
So,
distance.
So take us
so
through
how-
that
yeah,
journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. The long
At
distance.
OSU.
Yeah.
Well, don't take us through too much.
No,
Get
no,
amnesia.
no, actually,
you better
no.
get amnesia.
No, listen,
I get amnesia.
I'm
Oh,
not gonna
dear.
take nothing about it. I have a stand-up guy.
Right.
My family used to be like, girl, he gonna cheat on you. He in college. And I'm like, well, what y'all want me to do? I mean,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do from, so it was just day by day. Long distance was hard, but I was grateful he was only 2 hours away. He would come home pretty much every weekend.
It was like
And then during the summers he would work.
consistently every other weekend.
And we had a friend, rest in peace, Renee. I love her. Sorry. She passed away. However, we used to laugh all the time because she used to be like, I used to try to hook Tony up with other girls. He was not having it. We laugh about it now. He was like, I got a friend. She like, no, my girlfriend at home. He used to be like,
Because he know my boo crazy too. You know,
But-
we know what I'm saying.
Here come mine.
You know?
it was times I would call at 6 a.m. on his campus phone. He wasn't
man.
answering. Why you not answering at 6
Why
in
you
the
didn't
morning?
answer, Tony?
Why you not answering?
Because I was
6 in the
like,
morning.
6, nah.
Thank you. It's 6 o'clock
you
in the
gotta understand,
morning.
he knew I was getting up for school. We talked all the time, so it wasn't irregular. But why you not answering? I was down the hall playing spades. Yeah, okay.
At
Don't
6
get
o'clock in
somebody
the
beat
morning?
up. They would have
Yeah,
spades
That's what we
tournaments.
do all
So-
night.
Thank you.
I have
Please.
proof.
Thank you.
I have proof that
All
they
night.
would have spades tournaments down in the conference room,
Right.
and like people would come from other schools to play them or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, nah, don't get nobody beat up now. Don't, including you. Like,
Listen.
like, no,
Hey man, like I said, I'm a stand-up guy.
no, yeah, for sure, for sure.
So-
But it wasn't as hard. I know. So now it's even better because of FaceTime and everything. So I guess in retrospect, it is hard, but I guess it's only as hard as you make it.
Yeah.
You know.
Like I feel like it was like we both was committed.
Yeah.
And so like early on, right? So like she mentioned before, coming home every other week, like I was riding the Greyhound because I ain't have a car. So
That's
that Greyhound
tough,
bus
boy.
ride, boy.
Greyhound.
Listen,
That's tough.
I got
I'm keeping it real.
That's love, Ebony.
Yeah.
I guess you better keep him.
Greyhound. That's tough.
Listen, his dad bought him a car just so he was like, I only bought it because of Ebony.
Cause man, I rode the
Yeah.
Greyhound one time.
Listen.
From it was from Dayton to Indianapolis, and I said I will never ever
It was
ever
the
ever
worst.
I rode
take
it
the
before,
Greyhound
too. We
ever
rode
again.
together.
And
So
you
that's
gonna use
love.
you gonna
Yeah.
use that restroom.
No,
no.
You gonna hold
So
it.
that's love. That's
You gonna
love, Tony.
sit
That's
there.
love.
Listen, I remember one time like I got a ticket for the wrong stop. And it's only a 2.5, 3 hour drive. When you ride in the Greyhound, I think it was like 3 hour, 2.5 hour ride on the Greyhound. Man, it took me like almost 5 hours to get to Cleveland
Yeah,
on the
that's-
Greyhound. So we was stopping in all these little small cities. I'm like, what is going on? But I mean, you learn, but I kept
Using
on
love.
riding.
But that's the
Okay.
journey.
I
But
think
that's
the-
the journey.
I think the hardest part of us being apart is because we was so attached at the hip all the time. So when he left, that was hard to get used to. So they would make fun of us because I would wear a button with his picture, and then he would wear a necklace with both of our names. So I guess we was corny or whatever.
So that is
But-
that.
So
Is that the reason why you chose to go to Ohio State
no.
too?
So listen, I actually wanted to go to Spelman
Oh.
until I got that out of state tuition.
Oh.
yeah, you know.
Ooh-wee.
And I knew I was paying for school on my own. It just wasn't possible. And so I'm not gonna say that wasn't totally the reason why I went there, but also vice versa. But I knew in high school that I wanted to be a dental hygienist, and they had a very great program at Ohio State, so it was a win-win. And it was away from home, but not away from home.
Yep.
So I was able to go back home and visit. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So It was cool.
Yeah,
It was actually it was very beneficial for her to come to O State because she helped me focus
man.
because I was not on that track before she got there. So
He need a little Jesus besides me, but
yeah,
woo.
man, it was fun times. It was fun times, but she definitely helped me focus to like kind of to get tunnel vision on what I
Right,
needed to
right.
do to like
To get out of school.
Yeah. So
And I was trying to prepare myself because he did walk on to Ohio State a couple times to the football team, and I was like, "Ooh, what kind of life is this gonna be now?"
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
That
due
was-
to grades,
That's
when I
life.
tell you, I'm talking about right on the cusp, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
yeah.
It wasn't in your
He
story.
got cut, yeah, well, and that's okay. But I had to think earlier what life would be like too, because I mean,
Traveling
and
and
then dating a football player, like the stigma.
yeah.
Man, she would come to every practice, because I had to train. I had to
was
do a lot
studying,
of training outside, and so she would come to every practice that I would be training at. And then when I would get done with practice, she would help me with studying and keep motivating me and stuff like that. So it was like, yeah,
A true partnership.
Yeah,
Friendship.
And y'all story is not common because y'all guys dated in high school, got married. Y'all defied the odds. A lot of
And
couples,
still married.
Yeah, we've never,
I mean,
never.
a lot of couples.
Yeah, we've never broken up. I know, some people are like, oh, we broke up and we were off and on. That we never have been off and on. We have literally, which sometimes has had its challenges. And that's just being real. We're both human.
Right.
So that means we had to grow up together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
involving kids in the situation and then jobs and careers, when you're going through it, you don't really realize the ramifications that it has on your relationship
Man.
because you're just going through it. And then you weren't taught. So
yeah,
we lived, basically how most people do through their kids. Our lives was sports. Our kids were multiple sport athletes. So when it was time, now that they're in college and time to get to know each other, at first it was awkward. That's
awkward?
real.
Wait a minute, it was
Yeah.
awkward
I
just
mean, like,
because y'all
just
been together
like-
forever, so it was really, really awkward.
Share a
But-
story or a moment, just like the awkwardness, like
but
Because
y'all always together.
Yes.
well, because you got to remember though, we were young when
Yes.
we got together.
yeah.
And then, but now, in all of our adult life, we've had kids. So we had kids, as I graduated, she was pregnant with our daughter, Ayana. And and then I went right into working, and then we had Jalen, and then this, we a family, right? So we never really had that, adult relationship that a lot of people,
By
do when they
yourself.
meet. Yeah,
I'm talking
and
about
just us.
No
So-
traveling really because
Never traveled,
Yeah, not
never-
really.
none
It
of
just
that,
we went
'cause-
straight to our kids. So when I say ramifications, where some people they may have got married later or midlife, they've traveled, they've seen some things. We're just now getting ready to experience some of that, and that's just being real because most of our family was back home. So
Yeah, when we came here, we ain't had we ain't know
yeah.
nobody. So
Right.
Yeah,
you
I mean, my mom since migrated
Yeah.
here, and my sister and everything. But by that time, my kids were older, so by that time, we were in the life, their sports life. But we just now they're gonna wake up and like, well, what we gonna do?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
well, I don't really know what you want to do.
But
So,
that could
trying
be
to think.
challenging for couples.
no,
And
it can
definitely.
be. That's real.
That's
Yeah.
real. And what
Yeah.
we found out, because y'all know y'all been on this journey as long as we met. We connected from the jump, right? And y'all know how passionate we are about keeping couples together. And one of the things that we always saw was once the sports stopped, once the activity
Once the
stopped,
kids graduated.
the kids gone out to off
Somebody
to
divorced.
college, couples are splitting.
Yeah.
So what was something that you can give to the audience that kept y'all together? Because like you said, it ain't easy.
I think,
And y'all actually grew up together.
yeah,
Right.
literally, and
So-
that's a challenge in itself too. We become different people.
You different
Yeah.
people, different wants, different
Yep.
needs. So what is something that kept y'all together, even through the triumphs, the tough times,
So
the
I
storms?
will say doing our best to have communication, right? Even though in the moment and you arguing and y'all going back and forth, but one of let's just either take a break or, no, we gonna hash this out, and the other person being willing to, participate. And so I think that's one thing for us, even though we may have not had like, because a lot of times I think men and women, the way we think, the way we speak,
It's totally different.
It's totally different,
sure.
and that's hard. And so I feel like we've always had that, well, let me try to understand, the other person.
And for me, the best advice I can give, because don't listen, sometimes I want to square up.
Yeah, I know.
That
Yes.
just be what it is.
And she ain't playing.
She ain't
That's just
playing.
what it is.
She ain't playing.
But at the end of the day, I truly don't it's the love. Like, I think couples that split, they stay together for other reasons other than love, whether it's the kids, and they maybe not realize that in the moment. So if I just, the best advice I can give, if you're looking at that person, even while you have kids, and you don't feel like that's somebody you could see stand with when your kids are gone, don't waste either one of y'all's times, and then, because sometimes it's harder when the kids are gone. We think that it don't have effects on them because they're older, and that's not true.
It do.
That's not true.
It do.
We think the most effects happen when they're younger. So, but the love has to be there. That's the bottom line. And that's the best advice. That's the best advice I can give. The reason why we're together is because I love him. Like, I genuinely love him.
Tony, you lucky. Ebony love you because you know my.
You said I'm
yeah,
lucky?
You lucky because you
Hold
know.
on now.
He like,
Man,
Because you know.
Yeah, but ooh, Lord, it's hard out here.
It's
For a pimp.
but then, like y'all said, it's a
Not a pimp.
communication.
And that's
And
what
we're
it
very
is.
different. We're very
Yeah, for
different,
sure.
but it's good. It's
And
good.
the things now, life, the world is different.
Life.
So
Yeah.
throw in the things that happen now, social media, not really, that don't affect us, but so, just like
life
the
lifing.
world events and,
Right.
but we talk a lot. And when he talks about communication, we're not just talking about when it becomes negative. Because I know when we talk about communication, a lot of couples talk about communication when it's negative. Even when it's positive and we talking about life events, we be laughing about the Olympics or let's watch this together. Now, I be mad when he be watching stuff without me. I'm sure everybody felt me when I
Boy.
said that.
I be like, man, you was taking too long, man. What you want me
or I fall
to do?
asleep. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna admit my part.
And then she get mad at me because she fell asleep
I'm
when we
alright.
supposed to be watching something. How you
But-
get mad at me?
Because we a
Yeah.
team.
But I think it's all like you got to take the times where it's positive too, and take that and hold on to that. So I think that's important
Yeah.
too. But now the kids are like
Adult.
Jalen leaves this week and Ayana leaves next week, and we like, oh,
Back
what
at it.
we
back
what
at
we about to
it.
eat at?
Like
we
back
finna
at
do?
it. Dang, what we about to do?
And are y'all guys dating weekly, monthly, or how do y'all?
We do need to do that more.
We definitely do.
I feel like we don't do that enough, and I'm not afraid to be transparent. We don't do that enough because life be life.
Right.
And more or less, that is still both of our goals. So that's, that's not something that, but we both recognize that. A lot of times it's work. When me being a hairstylist
Man.
and a dental hygienist, I'm
The beauty
but-
ninja.
Yeah, hey, hey, y'all. Look, but him work as well because even though his work is finished, it's not finished, and that's a challenge in our relationship too. Because when I'm done with work, I'm done with work, and there's a set time, and I'm normally done. But with him, he
It
be
ain't
going, and phone calls still be coming. I'm like, what's up? Like we supposed to be doing this, that, and the third.
And that's-
He's
yeah.
late.
I'm be like, hold on.
And that's
like-
an
Almost
issue that we have in our
Boundaries.
household.
Yeah, boundaries. you
Yeah,
right.
because
you right.
my wife be doing work when she ain't supposed to be doing work, and I'm like, you need to shut that down.
And you be doing work. You
Nah,
ain't
I'm
gonna be
doing
doing
this
work.
one.
Don't be
See?
trying to just
Nah,
sit
don't
down
be
there,
trying-
you know what I'm
nah,
saying?
nah.
He be on there talking
Nah,
to
she
the
be-
website person. And he be doing a lot of
she be
stuff.
doing
Don't
work.
try to
No,
just
I'm
play
talking
on
about
me,
at
dude.
nighttime.
Whatever.
You be working. I'm
Whatever.
like, but like y'all said, it's boundaries. Like we are overworked. I mean, be honest, couples are overworked. There's too much
think-
going on.
And one thing that I will say, and I'm gonna be honest, a challenge for me is because in a lot of the work that I do, I kind of get, I will say, transitioning out of football and not having that, because that was a passion thing, right? That passion, because you got to have something outside of your relationship. And then I feel like as I've been thinking about this over time, it's trying to transition into my work. Because I'm like, and it don't matter what it is I'm doing. Like, I'm passionate about it. If I'm going to do it, like, I'm like,
Give it
going to
a
do
hundred.
it, right?
100%. Yeah.
So sometimes that can be, I think that's really what it is that like because of
replacing
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have to hop in and
And
be
so
like,
she-
listen,
yeah.
and I'm being transparent. These jobs don't be loyal. You doing
She
too
right.
much.
She right. She right.
Because they will replace you in a heartbeat. This is where you have to focus. So you don't lose focus at home. Okay?
Right.
Home. And he'll reel
all
it back
that.
in.
Oh no, I ain't
Yeah,
lost
he'll-
focus
no.
now. I just,
He'll reel it
just
back
saying,
in. He'll
like,
reel it back
He'd be like, I'm
in.
gone. I'm gone to work. I'm out of work.
Yeah, but
Right.
and so
you know,
talking about challenges, another one of our challenges I think is as the kids are getting older and even throughout the times, we parent a little different. I feel like he parents super old school. And I parent some of both because nowadays with stuff with the world being different, you gotta step a little into both. That's not to say, but he's
Flexibility.
don't cuddle, don't coddle, you know. So he's not the
I
best
didn't say-
nurturer when
I
it
didn't
comes.
say. Wait, I'm not
He's
like
not the
that.
best nurturer.
No, I be.
But I think,
'Cause he
yeah,
changed it.
it's not,
Yeah.
but it's not in like,
militant.
it's not in our
And I'm
DNA,
not- I'm
and
not,
we want them better than us. So
Oh, for sure.
it's constant. Like,
Yeah.
I
But it's a
don't want
balance.
you to, I don't
Yeah,
want you
it's a
to, I don't
balance,
want you to
yeah.
see that struggle. I don't want you to see what I saw, growing up, and that's the thing.
went
And,
through
That's
we,
a whole
and I
nother
appreciate
thing,
that
but-
passion. And I don't
Right.
understand that, but I have to step in sometimes being that nurturer and seeing it from the other side. Like, okay, look, we got to have balance because nowadays too, what they focus on is the mental health portion.
mental health.
And not saying, and now we ain't running that into the ground with these kids because some of them and some of, sometimes it's used as an excuse. And I'm not talking about the mental health per se,
Right.
but it's thrown out there so much
Yes.
by the
Society.
Yeah, by society. That's definitely a big thing in our household. Even with my son, I talk to him about feelings, and it's okay to have those feelings. Just because you're a boy, that I don't care. You can cry. You feel how you feel.
That is something that I've had.
That's
to,
just part of parenting too that we discuss.
Because I was raised, boys don't cry. Like, listen, you suck it up, you man up, like. So
And you suffer in silence.
Yeah. So
As
tapping
men,
into
we
your
suffer in silence.
emotions.
You
so
started that with Jalen.
I'm trying to get better at that. That is something that I'm working on because
Oh no, you've grown leaps and bounds.
But y'all have that
Yes.
balance though. Y'all still
Yeah.
got that
He's
good
grown leaps and
balance.
bounds,
But I'm
yeah.
saying y'all still got that good balance, So,
and that, I think the biggest piece of it is that when we also understand that what the other person they're coming from, right? Like try to make sure that we are, we may be in our feelings and at the moment, but always trying to think about, okay, let me try to understand where this person is coming from their perspective, because you always gonna know your perspective, right? You always gonna know that. I'm not in her head, she not in my head, so I have to, I think one of the things that we do is we have to take a second to like really like, hold on, okay, let me just kind of like hear what this person is saying, or try to at least understand what they talking about, because if you don't, you know what I'm saying? You can just,
Yeah.
and this is, you're gonna bump heads, but it's just gonna escalate, and it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. So,
And then with the parenting
yeah,
too, having a 22-year-old young woman, and I know y'all have boys, it's been a struggle with him for him to let go. I'm talking about a struggle.
You gotta let go.
It's been a
Now,
and
wait a
that
minute,
has
now.
been, we have bumped.
I was married
heads
at
and butt
22,
heads.
had my first child at 22.
And I was
You
22.
know what?
You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
So you gotta let go. You gotta let
Me
it go.
too. And I
You done gave her all the tools
Yeah.
to be a successful, beautiful black queen, and trust that you have everything that you done poured in her will be released. And any mistake that she makes is her choice, because you done gave her all that you can give her. Now is your time to do the other part of parenting.
yeah, yeah.
And not to be, because you be home tight, that's when we be.
Yeah. That's what I try to explain to him. And my mom always said, when they're younger, they're, on your mind, and you have to show that when they're older, they're on your heart.
Yeah.
And so,
But it's hard though. I ain't gonna lie. But my baby,
human trafficking, all
my,
kinds of stuff.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Me and Jabari was walking to Gander Middle School today, and we having that conversation. He was like, "Mom, Kobe Bear can walk to school." I was like, "No, he can't." Let me talk about the sex trafficking and all that. But to me, it's harder to raise adult children than, because I be like, Jaden, I just need to. I know I'm an
Jaden said,
Android
nah.
for life. I'm an Android for life. So hit me up on Instagram
Okay,
and
right?
video chat me, because I need to see your face.
Yeah.
I need to see really see what your words are really saying from a mother
Yeah.
perspective. But it's hard. I ain't gonna lie.
But you,
So
you
mean,
have to,
it's
but you have
hard
to trust. You have to trust the process. You have to trust what y'all guys did when they were younger. So I'm okay. Like
He sure is.
mine are
You said he
older.
sure
Oh, I'm
is.
cool.
The only thing James
I'm
care
like,
about
look, I'm
is
like, look.
do they find a bride to get married? That's
Yeah,
all James care about.
y'all need to get married, but I'm like, they good. I'm
He
like,
ain't worry about nothing else.
yeah. Because I mean, they got to go
Funny.
through. They got to become men.
Yeah,
They
no,
gotta
you
they
right.
gotta bump their heads themselves.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
right.
And we can't fight them battles because I don't want to fight them battles again.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I
that's
don't
what
wanna see it
that's
again.
Kind
Nah.
of, that's kind of what we're going through now. And
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
with my oldest, I'm like, she gonna have to learn. It's
Yeah.
just some things that we're not able to.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't control. You know, it's life.
It's
We
life.
had to. We
But
had
it's
to
hard.
learn.
I understand.
It is hard.
I understand. It's
We had to
hard.
learn.
But
And
so
we
you gotta
did
let go. We gave her the tools. She's a young lady. She know right from wrong. She's not stupid or dumb. And
Right.
we all had decisions that we
We
you know
did. At
we were-
22, we made some. We could
I'm
say
talking
that.
about stuff.
You know,
Well,
we,
first off, I ain't never
You
made
are
a
you.
bad choice.
Oh,
boy,
sure.
bye.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I ain't either. Really.
Sure. I mean, like you
keep it
just
real.
said, that he had to
We
be
just-
focused with Ebony
I
coming
ain't-
to Ohio.
I'm keep it
you know,
real.
Right,
Ohio
right.
State. Okay, now.
Right.
I'm just
But we
saying.
just like to thank you guys for joining in. This is one of my
Absolutely.
favorite couples, my family.
I know, you know.
They've been
you know,
stuck with us since
It's been a minute.
middle school.
Yeah.
Seventh grade.
Jabez and Jalen was seventh
Yeah.
grade
I
playing
don't know what
football.
year.
Hit it
What
off
year?
right away.
What
Yeah.
year? I
It's
don't
It's
even know.
been almost 10 years.
Yeah.
And they've
It's
been,
been
y'all
like
been,
8 or 9 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
and they've
Shout
been
out
stuck with
family.
us,
Yes.
right?
Right.
And
My
then,
counts,
like-
my concerts family.
Yeah. And these are some of the people that we go out to events, go out to dinner, we connect, recharge, talk about things going on in our lives.
sure.
So you need people like that. You need
sure.
trusted people,
your
couples
corner.
that can pour into your relationship, your marriage, and help you push through it.
Yeah.
We are all
That's
connected.
definitely
We're
important.
definitely all connected.
Yeah.
So we thank you for joining the Love
Absolutely.
Experience.
Proud of you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Proud of y'all.
So my boo, she always be humble. She is the beauty ninja. How can tell everybody about your business? She got a lot of business.
She
Tell
be
everybody,
hooking people.
tell me, so they can follow you and connect with you.
All right. So again, my name is Ebony, and if you don't know, now you know.
Now
I
you
go by
know.
the Beauty Ninja. I am a hairstylist. So my business is the Beauty Ninja. So I always say step into my dojo because that's where ninjas do their business. So you can reach me on Facebook, and it's just the Beauty Ninja. Everything is branded, so it's just the Beauty Ninja. On Instagram, it's the Beauty Ninja as well. It's the Beauty Ninja Pro. Excuse me, PRO. The Beauty Ninja Pro, and then Facebook.
TikTok?
Huh?
Ain't you on TikTok?
Yes, and I'm on TikTok. Same thing at the Beauty Ninja. So I'm getting better at TikTok editing. It's rough on me, but I'm gonna get. I said this upcoming year I'm gonna work on getting better at TikTok. So I'm not on TikTok as much. I'm mostly on Facebook, but you can find me on all platforms. Hey, I'm also a dental hygienist, and I just want to let everybody know that. I work for Boundless Health, and we work with neurodivergent kids and adults. So if you are looking for an office that that takes Medicaid, if you have have an adult sister, brother, cousin, uncle, or a child that is Down syndrome, autistic, anything, IDD, and even if they don't, we do accept Medicaid. So we're located in Worthington. So yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you guys once again.
Absolutely.
And thank you
Anytime.
for another episode of Love Experience with Dr. Amber Hugh and
James Hill.
all right, thank you.